We left off on Dalid. I said Dalid. V'yiru echov ki also of aviyem mikol echov. As a result of the Chumash Pasim, the brothers had seen that he loved them more than them. They used to also. Well, this has to do with the tail bearing. I mean, they attributed the love to the tail bearing. So therefore, I once told the story of the Vilna Gaon when he was a little boy. His mother wanted to put him on a seesaw. Story to tell over. He says he can't go on the seesaw. He was maybe 2 years old. He says, why? Because he can't see himself going up at the expense of somebody else going down. It's the whole concept. You understand? If you love Yosef because Yosef is one thing. But if the basis for the love is because since you discredit the others and that's why you're on top, so what is the basis for the love? Because we've been discredited. Therefore, it's also. Therefore, they hated him. So what do they attribute it to? To the Dibur Ra. So you're special because he sees us less special. Why does he see us less special? Because you discredited us. Therefore, also they hated him. Rashi, as a result of their ugliness, Gnus, their we see their praiseworthiness. Their behavior was wrong. They had no right, but factually, it brings out their quality. They weren't two-faced. They expressed themselves as they felt. No, they're not over anything. They felt it was justified. If a person where it's unjustified, here they felt it was justified. I mean, it was a mistake because they misread the whole story. No. That's only. Sure, of course. If he's a Rashi, you could hate him. He permits. Yeah. And also the Isser is only it's but if he's aware that I can't tolerate you, I told you the story. That's the Rambam. Yosef Chado. He dreamt a dream and he Vayaged. Doesn't say Vayesaper Lechov. Right?
To tell over.
So Yaged means it was something like new. Sipor means what I tell you. What's the get? We're gonna have it's called Sefer Krisus. Why is it called Sefer Krisus? Why is a book called a Sefer? Right?
Sipor.
Because it's an accumulation of information. That's all it is. Lispor, from the word lispor. To count. It's just an accumulation of information. So therefore, if I tell you over something which I'm aware of, it's a sipur. Where it has no significance, it's a sipur. But if I tell you something which it has significance, and you're because of its innate nateness, it's something that now you know you didn't know before. That's vayaged. Vidarta levincho, right? The story of Tzib. It's new. There's a newness to it. Hashem sosai tivtoch ufi yagid tilosecho, right? Yagid. Doesn't say yasaper tilosecho, because every time you say the praises of Hashem, it has to be something as if it's the first time you're praising Him. Okay, so it's yagid. Yosef otzno so as a result of the dreams, they increased their hate. It's interesting here in the Torah. Vayomar Alev. What did he say? It's a little difficult. I mean, it's like putting the cart before the horse here. It should have said V'yachnu Yosef Chalo. Then he explained to him. Then it says V'yisnu Oso. And because of the dream, here it says he dreamt. He shared it with and told it his brothers, and that added. They hated him to a greater degree. Correct? What did he tell? Then it says, and what did he tell them? Then he tells us the whole story. It should tell us he told him this, and as a result of that, he hated them to a greater degree. Right? It's like Torah can't restrain itself. It says that he hated him, but you know why? This was the story. This was the dream. No. That's not the lashon. No. That's right, but it says he dreamt a dream. He told it to his brothers. It doesn't tell us what he told them, and because of that, they hate him to great. And then it goes tells us what he told them. First, tell us what he told them, and then it tells. And because of that, he hated him. If you or I would speak, right? Would you say it this way? You wouldn't say it this way. If the Torah wouldn't tell us what he dreamt, it's fine. The dreamt it was what this was stoking the coal. It's fine. But the Torah now tells me what he dreamt. So tell us what he dreamt, and that's why they hated him to a greater degree.
But they hated him because of the favoritism he got from his father,
Which they attributed to the tail bearing. That they attribute to the tail bearing. That's first. That's
right.
Then it says. Then he had a dream, and he says to them, and he tells it over to his brothers. He says, and because of that dream, they hate him to a greater degree. Okay. And you know what the dream was? I'll tell you what the dream was. Say he dreamt the dream, he shared it with his brothers, and tells us the dream. And he said, because of that, he hated him. They hate him to a greater degree.
That was also a mistake. He didn't tell it. Normally, if you have a dream, you would go to the brothers first.
He did go to the brothers.
No, he goes to his father first.
With this Torah Shabbat, you're supposed to read it inside.
Okay.
See, memory is not accurate. You got to be careful.
Maybe because the content of the dream wasn't really that important for them hating him more.
It is. This is the reason. Because they said, "Do you mean to say you're gonna dominate us? You're gonna reign over us?" It is because of that. It's putting them down. You're gonna dictate our lives. That is why. I don't have an answer. I'm just bringing up the question. But if you don't appreciate the question, you'll never have the answer. Right? Simple. I don't recall, but probably there's something that Aruch HaKodesh would speak about, something like this kind of question, in terms of the order. What did he say to him? He says, please listen. Yeah, they don't want to look at the man. And he says, you please listen to this, the dream that I dreamt. We're gathering sheaves in the field. And my sheep stood up and was firm, was secure. And your sheaves encircled me, and you bowed, you prostrated yourselves to my sheaf. Okay?
So the brothers were in the dreams besides the sheaves?
No, the sheaves are representing the sheaves are representing each of the brothers.
Well, it says we were binding sheaves.
I understand.
So they were actually in the dream.
No, but each of the sheaves represented the brothers. Their sheaves that they bowed to his sheaf. So good. The Rameh Simcha is the whole thing over here. First it was grain. This indicates it has to do with grain, which it had to do. They came to Mitzrayim. There was a famine, and they prostrated themselves. Then you had the stars, and the stars and the moon. That's another connotation. Each dream has another significance. What it's communicating. Second. The Aruch HaKodesh does address it, my question, what I'm asking. He's asking the question. He says, initially, if you can't tell that a person says, you know, I had a dream, and it's a good dream. Do you want to hear it? You know something? That itself already agitates me. You don't even have to tell me the dream. And they didn't want to hear it. And they didn't hear it. And he wasn't able to tell it over initially. Then afterwards, he told it over. That's what it says. He wants us to tell them the dream there's no reason to hate him. He wants to tell them something positive. Then he said, you know, we don't want to hear from you. We don't want to look at you. So he stopped. Then afterwards, when he had the chance, he said it over. That's how the Orach Chaim Kodesh learns.
Well, we know collectively, right? If you don't verbalize the dream, it doesn't necessarily come to fruition. So by him verbalizing it, I mean, it's a dream, but it's
But
also
this is
a
positive.
It's also a prophecy.
Wait. Just the opposite. Ramesh, just the opposite. They don't believe it's a prophecy, right? They say it's a dream, okay? But if you verbalize it, then it'll come to fruition. So when they were upset with him, then he finally forces it upon them. He says it, and says, "Do you mean to say you're going to dominate us? You're going to reign over us?" They verbalized the dream. So they realized what they did to themselves.
They made it into prophecy.
They turned it into a reality. So then they really upset at him. They said, you know, this may come out, this may come true because what we did.
What did they do?
They verbalized the dream. Like in a person's dream, you should never. Because the moment it says, "Chalom holach acharapeh," a dream is determined by the way you express it. They had it interpreted. Do you mean to say you're going to dominate us? That they interpreted it that way.
Yeah.
So okay. So what do they do to themselves? So they took what his delusions of grandeur and turned it into reality. To be continued.